It's Declior, isn't it? Declior.
Declior.
I presume the French probably pronounce it blah blah blah. You know the way the French like to make it difficult for us poor Irish people to try and pronounce their names. Now we're at the back of House of Style, and I was amazed when I walked in. It was like sort of stepping into another world, like as if there was Narnia's cupboard was at the back of House of Style, and suddenly we're in this gorgeous room. So how long have you had this beautiful spot at the back?
3 years since the day we opened.
All right.
Karen gave me free rein with the decor.
Nice.
So I just love the nice relaxation, and it's very holistic, and that's what I like about Declior, because it's a lovely holistic approach to beauty. You know, they use the finest quality oils and 100% pure and everything, you know. So all the facials, all the treatments are just, apart from the benefits to the skin, the relaxation is just wonderful. Just, you know, really, really beautiful.
Well, I did about 5 minutes research of these wonderful people. 1974 from Paris. They do seem to be one of the kind of giants of that world. So they know what they're doing now at this stage.
Know what they're doing, like, you know, and the history behind the essential oils is beautiful as well. Like the neroli oil is from the orange blossom in Seville, and it's only the finest crop when they harvest it. You know, there's a little bit of history between every part of it, so that's nice as well.
The French tend to have a bit of a style when it comes to
you know, skincare is my passion. So.
Well, I was thinking that on the way over. Of course, you know, there's one thing about looking well, and we all want to have nice skin and all that, but it goes further than that, of course, because it affects a huge amount of your kind of well-being, how you treat your skin.
Exactly, and I mean it's the biggest, you know, organ we have, and it's protection against, you know, we need to look after it. It protects us against infection and the environment, and you know, you need to be looking after it from a young age. And get into a good skincare regime, and like, I mean, the best thing is prevention.
Sure.
Women usually wait until they're in their 40s, which really you want to start, you know, in your early 20s and get into, especially cleansing, and you do see the benefits.
I'm blessed. I started at the age of 10, so I'm perfect skin.
Your skin does look beautiful.
Since the age of 10,
that's
it.
It does look nice.
So you've been here for 3 years, but obviously this is something you've been doing quite a long part of life.
I was a hairdresser first, and I always intended going back when the children were old, but then I decided I wanted to do beauty. So when they got old enough, I went to college. So I was in my 40s. Right. I did the 2 years, and it was very hard because I was doing the house. Sure. This is an extra. It's the most enjoyable thing I ever did.
And the motivation, was it something that you yourself had experienced? Was it what the motivation was, that you wanted a change of career, or was that you saw something in this?
It was still the beauty business,
right?
And I think my very first facial, like before I went into beauty, was Declior.
There you go. Right. You know?
But I couldn't believe like how much work went into beauty therapists. I don't think they get the respect that they deserve. Right. Because there's a lot of theory, and you do anatomy and physiology, you know. And I was in a classroom with 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds. Right. Kind of didn't do the work they were supposed to. Mommy made the dinner when they went home, you know. So I had to come home and do all that. Yeah. But it was very rewarding, and I never looked back. I've never been out of work. Age has never been a problem, you know. Great. So. And was there a kind of a moment when you realised you'd made the right decision? Because it's a big move to say, well, here you are, you've got a career, you're doing well with it, and you decide to, you know, to change horses. Let's try something else. Was it sort of a given when you started the classes? You knew this was right, or did it take a while? I knew straight away this was right. Lovely. I was very determined at the time. Right. This is what I wanted, and I was going to do the best I could. That's the way. I had great opportunities. Like, I mean, the training I got when I started working was brilliant. I worked for Guino, another French here in Greystones. Yes. I worked for them, and I had lots of training with them. Like, and before Guino took over from Sam McCauley's, we did lots of courses. Like, I've been really privileged to work with the best brands in the world. Great. I've had, you know, electrical training, laser, you know, so I've done lots of stuff. Yeah. You know, that I never thought I would. And all of it adds to your overall understanding. You know, it's like if a director knows how to act and knows how to do a set design, and when you know all the different elements that go into something, it's a lot more of an appreciation of what can be done. And when you're doing all the study and it comes together, and you realise why you have to know this, the reasons to do something, and more importantly, the reason not to do something.
Right.
So this is where all your theory comes into it, but it's really interesting,
Now we should briefly let people know where we're at, because House of Style, obviously House of Style, that's Home Furnishings House of Style do, right? That's House of Style. The wonderful hairdressers. We can see this is where you're at. You're at the back of this lovely premises up here in Black Line. So when it comes to the actual, what you have to offer here, we can kind of link to that on the website. But exactly, people tend to come in. It almost looks like a kind of a massage sort of situation, but obviously it's just that you're.
They come in and they can see if I'm doing makeup. They can see I'm actually doing the makeup, or if I'm doing the nails.
Right.
And then I have to tell them about this lovely little room that I have.
Right.
We do waxing treatments. We do eye colour.
Nice. Right.
Treatments, our facials and massage.
Lovely.
And then, like for every facial we do a full consultation, do a skin analysis, and put them on a plan.
Right.
On a plan,
right.
So that they be using the right products for their skin.
Sure.
And of course, Decleor have something for everybody.
Yes.
And anybody that hasn't used Decleor before, when they use it, they stick with it. Like they see results. They see results very quickly. So it's a really, really beautiful product.
And I'm always mindful of the fact that when I used to have hair and I go to Frank Clark, I actually sort of enjoy the feeling of any kind of, sort of treatment where you feel that you've done something good to yourself, and you feel, psychologically it's a huge effect. As much as there is a physical, natural kind of, reaction, but there's a
feeling of self-confidence afterwards. Just well-being.
Right.
You have that lovely, and taking time for yourself.
Right.
Every woman needs to take time for herself. Well, every person needs to,
Sure.
But I just think women when they have children, and their children are always put first.
Yeah.
So this should be their time.
The time out thing is important in everybody's life. You need to be able to just sort of step off the wheel.
If you're feeling good,
right.
It's done reasonably good job.
Nicely done. Well, as I said, we'll let people know exactly what you've got on offer.
Christmas gifts.
Oh, nice. Of course, you do like box sets and all that.
Yeah, and Decleor, I think, are very generous with their gift sets.
Well, what we'll do is we'll link to not only the House of Style website, but we'll give them all the information of what you have on offer here, and just give people an idea of where they can, where they can sort of start with what suits them, and obviously there'll be all sorts of possibilities in regard to. If someone has beautiful skin like me, probably don't need much at all. But, I'm sure others would benefit hugely from just this treat. There you go. Well, cool. Well, we'll as I said, we'll do all the links, and we'll let people know exactly where you are and what's on offer. And it's a beautiful spot. Now, if I come in here, and would I be allowed to, after I got skin treatment, could I sleep for maybe 4 or 5 hours? Would that be, is that?
Unfortunately, no. So busy.